What's up, y'all? I don't even. This is what I never even wanted to do, but let's talk about the truth behind the Chris Brown and Drake beef, because there's been a lot of stuff going on. And the thing is, it involves a lot of people that don't want to be involved in it. Because of the simple fact is, a hater really started this whole thing. And two people are looking at it from two different standpoints. Like, these two dudes will never be cool. Like, it'll be a business thing more than anything, but they will never be friends. Now, how it all started was, in the beginning, like, nobody paid any attention to anybody. Chris Brown was doing his thing, and he came out with the song Forever, and he got real popular with that, and a couple other joints he did. And Drake is still trying to come up at the same time. And when he started doing his thing, and then he got Forever coming out, and a lot of people thought that had a shot at Chris Brown when they started going back and looking at the archives, and maybe he was taking a shot there, but no, it wasn't. It had nothing to do with Chris Brown. And the whole problem insisted when Drake started moving up in the upper echelon after Forever really blew the doors open for him to say, okay, this guy's in a one-hit wonder. He might be around for a while. And he started doing other songs for people. Drake's ego started to expand. And he felt like, man, I could just go at people. And the situation occurred when Chris Brown met him, and I'm trying to exclude some people. Certain people were there, such and such and such and such, and just his mannerisms, and Chris Brown said some stuff about, him personally, like he really just didn't like dude like that. Like, his vibe was more of a weirdo. Like, this dude's a weirdo, and certain people relate that message. It's like when you say something in one room and then the other person go in the other room and they say it to that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chris Breezy thinks you a weirdo, and you ugly, and like you're like a troll, and like it's like and it was just like, wow. Once that was said, and it was a reason why these things were said when it was asked his opinion, but it was said in a joking manner, but it was taken out of content and to a point where all of a sudden his incidents happened and nothing was said about it. Like, there was no response. It wasn't no, oh, okay, I'm gonna address dude. They seen each other, hey, what's up, dapped it up, fake smiles, everything, because Breezy didn't really have a problem with the dude. When Breezy's situation happened with Rihanna and everybody's dogpiling on him and not dealing with him no more, all of a sudden they were trying to work on how they can do this, and people were, saying like people thought they was done and broken up. They was still hanging out with each other after the incident. Like, they were watching the news talk about how she's staying somewhere and this and that, and they were together at the time. A lot of people didn't know that. They was in San Diego, together, chilling, trying to say, oh my God, how we gonna fix this? And they PR was like, look, y'all cannot be seen together. That's not gonna be good for her career right now. And it was like, man, we gonna work on a song together and just squash this whole thing. They had planned that because she didn't want to leave him. But powers that be had to make them separate, and for her image and do all this, and then Jay and his feminine ways did a lot of dirty stuff behind the scenes, and that's when he aligned himself with Drake, and it was just all strategic because Breezy started messing with another broad, and once that happens on the side and she's not happy about that, and the situation was like still going on a little bit, You know, a woman scorned is gonna do what a woman's gonna do scorned. She know you feel a certain way about this dude, and Drake is like a fan, and a fan that even though he's in the business, he's a fan, and he got feelings for Rihanna, and she just played on him, and like, ooh, you know, flirting with him, like, oh my God. And when he made that statement at the concert, like, shouts out to Rihanna, she told him in a text message, shout me out at your concert if you really can help me, and you know, like a goofy, Drake did it. And it went to put the attention, it's on YouTube, it's all over the place. So it gets, you know, that's going to get back to Chris. And then here come the rumors, Drake and Rihanna. So he was like, oh, okay. Breezy's like, okay, so I see you going out with weirdos. You like the weirdos. The ugly dudes. Okay. Alright, do your thing. You know, they had their little text chat, whatever. And Drake is throwing shots on songs. You know, throwing subliminal shots. And y'all pretty much know all the songs already. I mean, this is old. You know, you got your Wu-Tang Forever lyrics, you got 5 a.m. lyrics, you got Breezy coming back on freestyles off Wheezy's, and, you know, they all out there. You've all heard them. There ain't no secret surprise songs. But what Breezy was doing was responding back immediately out of, you know, like, just, you know, a guy that was like, okay, he jumping on me. So let me go in here and show him that I could rap too. So if he want to do that, we could do that. You know, and so he was doing it, coming on his beat and talking about him. But right now, Drake is like at an all-time high. Like, his ego is through the roof. So him and Rihanna actually start, like, you know, doing what they do. Doing what she do, rather. So he's producing songs, making her back hot. Because she didn't know what was going to happen with her career at that point. But she still had to have hot songs. So to have Drake and Wayne and Eminem and all these people around her, and they all rallying around her, they going to make sure her project fits this mode of here's Rihanna, she's back. So now she don't need Drake no more. So there's a breakup. And then she could eventually veer back towards Chris once Chris starts building himself back up. So it's all BS and politics at that point. But the problem ensued when Drake decides to use this for his benefit, because that's what Drake does. When he knows he got a project coming out, or he got a little break in between, to keep his name hot, he'll start some controversy. Or he'll do something stupid and really get involved. Like the whole nightclub fight was all Drake. Drake sent the letter back through the bodyguard saying, that's why I'm effing your heart. And Chris just lost it because he know he could do any little thing and Chris is going to react. Because he's so passionate. And Drake just uses it as promotion. Like, good, it's going to stir up some beef. They're going to bring it up in interviews. They're going to want to do this and that. It's going to hit all the bosses. And then I can come out with a single. I'm going to come out with this. I'm going to come out with that. Same thing. And then people around Drake, like Wayne, who cool with Chris. Tiger, who cool with Chris. Birdman, who cool with Chris. The whole Young Money is cool with Chris. And you are Young Money's biggest artist. Please end the beef. That's what they like do. Why can't y'all just sit down and have a conversation and end this thing? Then Chris Brown put out a tour by himself and it basically bombed. You know, and Al Heyman lost a lot of money, and Al Heyman puts the concert together for all of them. So Al had Drake and Chris Brown meet and say, well, Drake tour is starting and you're going on Drake's tour. There is no, I need you to do this, can you do it? No, you're going on Drake's tour. Your tour is being stopped and you're merging with Drake's because your shows ain't selling. And Chris didn't like it. Drake didn't like it. But what Al Heyman says goes. So that's what happened. Like, look, y'all finna squash this. I don't care if y'all ain't gotta be friends. This is business. And that's basically what happened. They're not friends, and it's just business. They're gonna do the songs they gonna do, and then that's that. They ain't gotta dap it up. It's just gonna be cultural. You know, they make songs or whatever. It is what it is with that situation. But now Drake gonna switch it over to Tiger. You know, it's just, and see him react. You know, it's a messed up situation over there, but this is exactly why people in the outside world don't know how it is in the business world. Things are so just twisted and evil, and people do stuff just to get reactions to help sell or promote something that's coming up, other projects. They use this as the social media tool to keep generating garbage. You know, just keep the buzz going till they put out their art or their work. And that's all this was just basically a promotion. But these two guys just really don't like each other. Like, Breezy don't like him. He just can't vibe with him. He's not his type of guy. You know, he's got weird ways. Like, he's a weirdo. In instance, most people who know Drake and hung around Drake would say, like, he's cool, but he's kind of weird. You know, he's different. You know, and that's not to say it's bad. Not to say Drake's a bad guy. As an artist, he's amazing. He's very creative, but he's different. You know, he is from Canada, but has a different vibe than everybody else that's in the mix. But his ego has grown to the point where he gets a little disrespectful. And when that happens, when you deal with someone like Chris Brown, who's very extremely passionate. I've met Chris Brown millions of times, and he's passionate about everything. He'll come to tears talking about some stuff. You know, that's just the way he is. He's very passionate. And for this situation, when you just push a guy that's passionate like that, he's going to react sometimes. But I think now he's got the gist of, like, okay, this is a gimmick. Dude wants me to respond. I'm not going to play along no more. Game over. I'm done. You know, at least I hope so. But so now Drake gonna switch his attention to somebody else till they come back, and then he can come and diss them in a line and a song. But he's very good with gimmicks and marketing. That's Drake's strong point. I mean, Wu-Tang forever. Come on. I mean, it's marketing, it's gimmicks, and there's everything else that comes along with it. But that's really it. I'm done talking about that, because it's so much stuff I gotta cut out just because people wouldn't be happy their name was brought up in this situation. So I'm out.